What's up, everyone? I'm pretty sure I had food poisoning earlier this week, and I still feel a little like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to keep the talking to a minimum, but I wanted to break down this fun linear groove with a 6 feel. I guess it's not really a groove, I guess it's more of a phrase. It's like a 4-measure phrase, but it has this sort of 6/8 feel to it, so kind of indicative of a blues rock type thing. And when I say linear, this thing is completely linear. No two limbs ever hit at the same time. And even though it's all in a 6/8 feel, I'm going to write things out in 6/4. It's just a little bit easier to read that way. And like I mentioned, this is a 4-measure phrase, and I think of it as A, B, A, C. So the first and third measures are exactly the same as each other. The second measure is a little bit different from the first one, and the last measure is pretty different from everything leading up to it. I'm going to break down each part of the phrase individually, starting with the A chunk. It really feels like 6/8, but for the sake of analysis and transcribing it and just talking about it, we're going to discuss things in terms of 6/4. The backbeat is on beat 4, and we're going to fill every single 16th note. The A chunk, played slowly on its own, sounds like this. As you could tell, it is a lot of work for the left hand. You got a ton of ghost notes, lots of double strokes, and you really want to make those ghost notes as quiet as you possibly can. You really want them to be more felt than they are heard. And if I play this A chunk at a higher speed, it sounds like this. Next, the B chunk. It is quite similar to the A chunk. The first 4 beats actually are all exactly the same, but beats 5 and 6 are a little bit different. We have hi-hat stomps. So starting at beat 5 of the B chunk, we have a hi-hat stomp, then right, left, left, and then the same thing for beat 6, stomp, right, left, left. If you really wanted to, you could do a right-hand stroke in place of the hi-hat stomps, but I just really like the inflection of the hi-hat stomp. It's just a little bit of variety. The B chunk, all by itself, nice and slow, sounds like this. If you're not used to using your left foot in the middle of linear patterns like this, don't worry, just keep going really slowly. It takes a lot of practice to keep those spaced evenly among all of those 16th notes. But this B phrase cranked up to full speed sounds like this. Lastly, we have the C chunk. Now this one is quite different from the A and B chunks. This one's based entirely off of 3-stroke patterns. Kick left, left, and right, left, left. We almost create a little bit of a 4 against 3 effect between the right hand and the right foot, relative to the underlying beats. The C chunk almost feels like it's actually 4 beats of 16th triplets. And since the sticking is entirely kick left left or right left left, the right hand is actually going to play the backbeat on this one. So on beat 4, the right hand comes over to the snare drum. It's kind of working double duty between the hi-hats and the snare. The C chunk by itself, nice and slow, sounds like this. And if we crank it up to full speed, it sounds like this. Next, we want to start attaching the chunks to each other. So first, we're going to take the A and B chunks, and we're just going to loop them. So we're going to play A, B, until you're really nice and comfortable switching between those two. You'll also want to do the same thing with the A and C chunks. So just practice A, C a few times until you feel comfortable switching between those two patterns. And of course, the final step is to attach them all together. So A, B, A, C, and see if you can do it. And from there, since this is an entirely linear pattern, you can start substituting the right hand in place of the right foot, or the right foot in place of the right hand. You could try to work in some hi-hat stomps to break up the sounds a little bit. It's going to take some trial and error and exploration. If you like what you saw in this video, check out my Patreon page. Your support grants you access to downloadable transcriptions for this video, as well as transcriptions for all my other lesson videos. And follow me on Instagram @DrumMerhar to see more videos of my playing. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.